blow them open. And backcountry mile. Oh man, having these two Alliance cruisers along for the ride really is helping out. Take them out, if you would. And you can't take assault shots on them. That's annoying. Okay. Sorry, you can't attack them. Great. So, take some laser shots at the closer people. Yeah. You can't do anything about any of them. Well, you can get rid of that ship or missile launch platform or whatever that's already been damaged by us. Thank you. Actually, turn off the other one for me. Rocket. 37% chance. Let's try. I don't know how good our odds are, but fuck it. There goes. There goes that one. And yeah, we have to spend more money on those missiles, and they're expensive as hell to field, but damn it, they are worth it. That's my viewpoint anyways. Now, you do us a favor and take out that one if you can. Thank you. Well, a missile would be nice. The rest of them can shoot missiles at us. Oh, Saga, you are the best. Yeah. Yeah. The rest of them can use missiles at us, but they don't have any actual warships left. Just various riders. No, I do need something blown up, though. Okay, hit them again then. There we go. It's another one down. Yeah. You still have a missile. Let's take out one of them. Thankfully, standard missiles just automatically replenish between fights, so we don't really have to worry about overusing them. In fact, it's a good idea to overuse them, given that fact. I bet this misses. Yeah, figures. That's what I thought would happen. Okay. Claude, just take a kinetic shot. The odds are non-existent, but, you know, It's not like we have to expend ammo, and you can't do much else right now anyways. There we go. Give it a few turns and we'll shred these guys. Oh, we've already won this fight. We just have to confirm it with the game mechanics now. Alright. Let's blow up a few of these guys. Scratch one. Scratch two. Scratch three. Scratch four. Good thing the Sunrider saved all its missiles. For right now, eh? Take another shot. Why don't you? I'd say it's worth a try, honestly. Yep. Now, take a pulse shot. We are just chewing through these bastards. It's great. And you can try to hit them, actually, even if the odds are 50-50. Yeah. There's a 50-50 chance that you'd fail anyways. No big. Okay. You take a shot. 0% of hitting. And that's a 0% chance to hit on both of them. Yeah, go for it. There's one of you left. You pull back. And Asaga still has shot left in her laser batteries for this turn. And that's the last of the pirates. Rather a lot of them, as you can see. Well, pirates have been neutralized. Retrieve our riders and let's go. One more thing, Captain. During the battle, discovered a group of former Sierra Space Force sailors working with the pirates. Sierra. Oh man, that's... I mean, technically according to Pact, we're pirates. So I'm not sure how judgy we can be on that, really. They're most likely deserters who signed up after our government was dissolved. They surrendered during the battle and are offering to join our ranks. What should we do with them? Well, we could use some more hands. Bring them aboard and give them their uniforms back. Disappointing. I'd rather not share our ship with this band of cutthroats. They're just sailors, Ava. What were they supposed to do after our whole government collapsed overnight? Very well, Captain. I suppose our waste management team could use more help. Harsh, but also fair. They did turn pirate and try to kill us after all. Alright. And now... let's spend a little bit more on the Sunrider, I figure. Shield range and shield power. That's enough. And we need to restock on the big missiles. There we go. And I'll get the blackjack their thruster upgrade. It's after our next combat encounter, I think. Let's see here. I could go do this looking for rare artifacts thing at Farport next. Actually, I think I will. Let's have a look. Warp complete, Captain. We're approaching the last known whereabouts of the Alliance squad. Keep scanning for Alliance signatures. Those ships couldn't have simply disappeared into thin air. I'm picking up something on scanners. Debris. Alliance made. Looks like we found our missing squad. Warning, I'm detecting new energy signatures. Also, I didn't really think about it before because I haven't played these games very much compared to a lot of other stuff, but I'm getting some very homeworld vibes from the soundtrack. The non-combat soundtrack, that is. I'm sure people who are more familiar with that series will get what I mean, but yeah. Pact? No, Ryuvian. Red alert. More ghost ships? Got a bad feeling about this, Captain. Perhaps we should retreat. Yeah. I don't like our chances. It's against whatever it was that vaporized that whole squadron, honestly. Get us out of here. Understood, Captain. Hitting thrusters. Ryuvian ships show no sign of pursuit. It's like they're only interested in guarding that moon. Stand down, red alert. Inform the Alliance what happened to their squad. Understood, Captain. I will prepare the report after my bridge shift. Yeah, we potentially should have gone in and just fought those guys, but I don't know. I was not liking our odds. The last time we fought Ryuvian ghost ships, if you remember, it took basically half our riders off the field by the time we finished them. And that was far earlier in the game. Who knows how much of a headache these new and improved bastards would have been. Who knows, eh? Anyways. Now it is time for us to head off and could try and investigate again. Apparently that option did not go away. But no, we're going to Onguess to meet with Admiral Gray. Work complete, Captain. We have arrived at Onguess. Ease us into port, Ava. Understood, Captain. Slow to 1/10 power, Ensign. We are to dock at Stargate 32B. Contact Alliance Control and request permission to dock. I'd better get ready to take the Admiral on board. You have the bridge, Ava. Understood, Captain. Okay. And we proceed into the hangar bay. Attention. Admiral, allow me to introduce Captain Kayto Shields. My privilege to serve under him on board the Sunrider. Captain Shields, a pleasure to finally meet you in person. Likewise, Admiral Gray. Welcome to Onguess. It's good to hear Onguess has been liberated. The Alliance's progress in the war has been impressive thus far. The war is far from won, but the tide is in our favor. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Still, we mustn't become overconfident. The situation is still precarious. The Venkazar has held back his greatest fleets from a direct confrontation so far, undoubtedly waiting for us to get arrogant and make careless mistakes. We'll talk more in my office, but first we prepared a tour of the ship. Do show me around, Captain. I hear your ship is one of the finest in the Neutral Rim. And scene change to Pact. Since the defeat at Farport, the Alliance has been steadily pushing our forces back. Our greatest fleets still hold position over Ryuvia and Syrah. As for the others, was it wise to allow the Alliance to take Onguess? People of Onguess have been oppressed for so long. It troubles me to imagine of what horrors the Alliance may impose upon the Onguessians. Fontana, when one plays the game of chess, smaller pieces must be sacrificed to win. The Alliance fleet far outnumbers our own. We cannot meet them head on. But they are not united under one purpose as we are. We will slowly whittle down their will until dissent within their own ranks sabotages their efforts. The people of the Alliance are strangers to the necessities of war. Just like the Imperials, they are addicted to their own opulence. Once the people of the Alliance realize the sacrifices they must make to fight a distant war in the Neutral Rim, they will begin to question their cause. They are merely an unruly mob, intent to live their lives in the riches of the core worlds. It will take away their wealth, their comfort, their luxuries. And once we have done that, the Alliance will be destroyed from within, not by our cannons, but by its own greed. Yeah, you see what I mean about the Space Napoleon comparisons with this guy? And that is when we will strike. What of our own citizens? Our ships are crimson because they have been forged with our own blood. You have been a loyal advisor, our Fontana. You were a mere slave boy when we first met. Now you are our trusted right hand. My leader, we will entrust the destruction of the Sunrider to you. While it is merely one ship, we fear it will interfere with our plans again. Bring the princess back to us, but kill the rest of them. It has just arrived at Onguess. Take your best ships and draw it out. Captain Shields is young but a formidable enemy. Do not underestimate him, or you will meet the same fate which befell Cullen. Understood, my leader. And there goes Arcadius. The true Arcadius fought for the protection of the hungry and poor. Is this truly what he would have wanted? The true Arcadius. The true Arcadius. That is an interesting way to put it. Very interesting indeed. Very. You have a fine vessel here, Captain. The rumors I have heard of the camaraderie amongst your crew do no justice to what you have done here. We're the last vessel of Sierra, Admiral. We're the only family we have. I hope you have received the supplies you requested. Contact me personally if you are in need of additional resources. Thank you, Admiral. My first officer informs me that our resupply operations are going well. The Alliance is a great and benevolent nation, Captain. Uh-huh. I grew up listening to the stories of my ancestor, the High Admiral Madeline Gray, a hero who unified the fleets of 100 worlds to defend Solaris from the Imperials. The Alliance was an agreement between free worlds to unify against the tyranny of the Empire. We were born to protect our freedoms from dictators. And now it is our duty to take up arms once more, this time against the madman Arcadius, who threatens to paint the entire galaxy red. They are the greatest force of freedom in the history of the galaxy, but in the midst of war we are conducting our elections as we speak. As I said, they're basically Space America. My best wishes for your candidacy. I have no desire to become a politician, Captain. Becoming the President of the Alliance will allow me to finally reform our government. Too many lives have been lost because of the inaction of the Solar Congress. Instead of bold statesmen, our politicians have become like little children on a playground, squabbling about irrelevant issues. We must win this war quickly. I do not wish to see our best and brightest die needlessly because of a lack of political will at Solaris. In any matter, let me speak of the real reason why I called you here. I understand you have experience fighting pirates, Captain. We do. Certain pirate girl seems to have a thing for me. Good, because she's here. I don't guess. You are to find her and put an end to her. For good. Hunting pirates is our specialty, Admiral. We'll take care of it. On guess is Cosmos' home turf. Ah, I thought that's who we were talking about. Glad to see I was right. She knows this area like the back of her hand. Be careful, and Godspeed, Captain. Well, that concludes our meeting. It's my pleasure having you on board. Lieutenant, do take care of our good captain for us. Understood, sir. Well then, I do believe it is time I return to work. Arg. Admiral, are you injured? I'm fine. The hell was that? Captain, we need you on the bridge. Damn. Kriska, secure the Admiral. Sir. Let go of me. I said I'm fine. Now what's going on? Report. There's just an explosion from within the station, Captain. And our systems? No damage to report. Put our riders on alert. Power weapons. Damn, the fuel tanks on board that station are loaded with liquid on gasite. If those ignite... Emergency dust off. Disconnect all our docking clamps. Aye, Captain. Hitting reverse thrusters. Ag. Report. Liquid ongasite containers have burst. We managed to avoid the worst of it, but the station has been catastrophically damaged. Haha, this is Cassette Cosmos, Terror of the Stars. To all Solar Alliance imperialists, leave this planet at once. Our ongasite is not for you. We will die fighting to the last ship before we become a part of your empire. Scramble our riders. Negative, Captain. It was just a pre-recorded message. Psychological warfare, huh? No, an act of terrorism. Now, you've seen the threat this woman poses to the war effort. I expect her dealt with. Understood, Admiral. We know how to handle her. Yeah. That's certainly a problem that needs immediate addressing. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Yeah, plenty of people to chatty chat with before we head out, though. Look into the stars, Captain? Yeah. I notice you like doing that. My secret's been exposed, then. Yeah, Saga. Question. What? What do you suppose an ideal starship captain will be like? Oh, super handsome with princely looks? Okay. I was not expecting that, though in hindsight with her, maybe I should have. I'd more expect that coming from Claude, if I'm being honest. Aside from looks, you dork. Hey. Well, I guess he'd be super good with navigation and all that, and be knowledgeable with weaponry. To mention, pretty smart with a rider operation, too. That wasn't what I was asking. Don't worry about it. It was my fault for even asking. Sorry. And I think my ideal captain would be the sort of person who stands for doing what's right, no matter the cost. Someone who stands, not for the established order, but who fights on behalf of the poor and weak. Someone who's heroic. A captain who will uphold the truth and fight not to win, but in the name of justice. Someone willing to make the ultimate sacrifice if it means saving the lives of innocents. Someone who believes in the good of humanity, who believes no matter what happens, everything will turn out all right in the end. Well, that's surprisingly mature, coming from a Saga who still tends to put on the rebellious teenager act quite a bit, let's be honest. We all try to be like that, but it's not so easy in real life. I never said it was, Captain. But aren't all things worth having in life hard to get? I guess that's true. I guess so. Thanks for that, Asaga. Anytime, Captain. Okay. Chigara? Captain, it's me. Come in, Chigara. Good day, Captain. Is something the matter? No, Captain, not at all. Things are going so well, the engineering staff decided to take a break. I was just wondering, would you like another round of tea? I made some extra pastries and I'm thinking they would go well with it. Sure thing. I always have time for tea with my chief. Captain, please stop calling me that. It doesn't suit me. Sorry. I think it very much does suit you, though, but okay, if you insist. Honestly, Chigara, I'm not sure if I'm cut out for this. Thought my command on board the Sunrider was just going to be for routine patrols. All the Syrian military ever did was interdict smugglers and tangle with some local pirates. I was never trained for this. None of us were. All of our smartest and most experienced captains are dead. All that's left is us, the newest ship in the fleet. I've made some calls here I'm not so sure about. I think so much easier in a simulator in officer school. When you actually have to make the call on the spot, it's almost impossible. You never know what's going to happen next. You don't have time to think the consequences through. It's just a split-second Twitch decision. And not Twitch.tv, neither. We're not live streaming this, we are recording it. That joke was awful, I'm sorry. It terrifies me to think that the lives of everyone on this ship depend on nothing more than my guesses. Captain, you've done an amazing job so far. None of us would have made it this far if it wasn't for you. I remember when Asaga and I were the only ones here. Now we have a hangar full of riders from across the galaxy. I mean, she's not wrong. We have come a long way. Best yet, we're all one family, Captain, and it's because of you. I'm just worried about the Solar Alliance. I hope I don't regret working with them. We all trust you with our lives. Sure, whatever you do, it'll be the right thing. Thanks, Chigara. I better get going. My staff might need me. Alright, I better get back to work too. If it's alright, may I keep coming here? I enjoy our tea time together. Of course, Chigara. Thanks. I'll see you later, Captain. See you, Chigara. And looks like Ava wants something too. Let's see what she's here for. Any leads as to Cassette's whereabouts? Not yet. What's the full extent of the damage after her last attack? It slowed the Alliance down, but that was only one of 6 space stations the Alliance put up around the planet. Security has been stepped up in the other stations. Cassette won't be able to pull something like that again. Not for a long time. Well, that's good to hear. So how was the rest of the visit? Fine. The Admiral wishes to help us. But you're worried about something. It's not just Cassette on your mind, is it? Nope. No, it isn't. The Alliance has gotten awfully comfortable here. Those space stations in orbit around Onges aren't temporary. Those stations are precursors to space elevators. I'll most likely drop tethers down from them to transport Ongesite ore to orbit. That way they can refine the ore into liquid Ongesite for warships to be transported deeper into the core worlds. The Alliance intends to establish a permanent foothold this deep in the neutral rim. Why wouldn't they? The Battle of Onges cost hundreds of thousands of lives and many times more treasure. Would any sane person just leave the Ongesite alone after committing that many resources to obtain it? This is hardly a liberation. Eloquent debates and good feelings do not win wars, Captain. Fuel and munitions do. Sarah's not far from here. We're fighting to liberate our home. Planting an Alliance flag right outside our doorstep doesn't figure well into our liberation. Yeah, I was thinking that too. What if the Alliance fleet marches, for lack of a better phrase, all the way to Syrah, kicks Pact out, and then decides they like the look of Syrah and they want to stay and make it part of the Alliance whether Syrah wants to or not? What do we do then? That's my primary concern right now, honestly. Onges is a conflict-ridden dust bowl which has been oppressed by foreigners for as long as written history. Syrah is a free, advanced blue world. You think the Alliance is going to see the difference? I somehow doubt it. They have a history of independent governance, civil rights, economic diversification. None of those exist on Unguess. I hope you're right. Maybe I'm just being cynical about this, but it is a real concern to me that the Alliance is just going to decide to stay. Okay, Sola, what do you want? Something the matter, Sola? I was having some difficulty with the Seraphim. Seems like some of the parts from the Alliance are not compatible with my systems. That's definitely an issue, huh? Even though we might be able to perform repairs on the hull, a lot of the Seraphim's gadgetry is beyond our tech. I'll try to get Chigara on understanding more of the Seraphim systems. Even if we don't understand how it works, we might still be able to start replicating parts at least. I'm sorry, I do not wish to cause trouble. Come on. You're one of my pilots. It's kind of my job to worry that your equipment's in working order. Don't worry about it. Trouble. The Seraphim's abilities are beyond anything we have right now. It's actually our low tech which is causing the trouble here. Further, I wish to thank you, Captain. Though I am a stranger to this timeline, you have welcomed me as part of your crew. It's the least we can do for our sharpshooter. I do not understand how I survived the Charlac's final tear, nor how I found myself millennia in the future. Yet I am relieved I survived. I no longer wish to return to the great nothingness, but to continue to live so that I may make new friends. Well, I'm glad to hear it. You have yourself to thank for that. I didn't do anything. The strongest form of determination is the kind which comes from your own heart, Sola, not what comes from others. I see. I will remember that. And there is a cutscene in the hangar bay, which is probably going to lead us to advancing the plot. And this recording has been running for just over an hour and a half now, so I don't really want to go into more story things. In this particular recording, I'll save that for next time, actually. But if you've enjoyed this, then please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more space waifu adventures. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you then, folks. See you then. Bye for now.